the muscles that you may have used while working out or while working. It goes into recovering and repairing your brain and de-stressing. This is recovery. This is not a privilege. This is not a reward. This is a requirement for your mental and physical stability on this planet. And dare I say, your emotional and spiritual stability as well. But you want to walk around with 2 hours of sleep, and you want to listen to a millionaire and billionaire tell you that, hey, only broke people are allowed to sleep 8 hours a day. We're not sleeping 8 hours a day. And he may be right. He may be 100% right that every millionaire out there doesn't sleep 8 hours a day. But I know that he's wrong, because there are millionaires who sleep more than 8 hours a day. Now, I'm going to continue to go. Let me stay on topic about what your body does while it sleeps, right? So we have hormone regulations, right? We have repairing and recovering, right? We have de-stressing, right? Now we're going to move on to food digestion and distribution of the food and the proteins that are broken. We're still on just the science part of why sleep is important. We haven't gotten into the mental, what we touched on a little bit with the de-stress. We haven't gotten into the spiritual or the emotional part. We're still just on the physical part on why you need to make sure you have enough sleep. But you want to listen to this culture that has been created that doesn't allow men to take a rest. So when we get 80 years old, when we get 50 years old, some of us, even when we get 40 years old, look like we've been dragged through 700 wars because somebody told you ain't allowed to rest, because you didn't prioritize your rest. So as your body is breaking down the food, it's taking it to the areas that need it. And if you don't give your body enough rest to do this, it doesn't adequately do that. Now, I could talk about the mental fortitude and the spiritual fortitude and the spiritual qualities that go into rest. But all I'm going to say is you can always tell someone who is more irritable. You can always tell somebody who doesn't have rest because they're more irritable, less responsive, less intuitive, less coherent with their thoughts and their arguments because they didn't have enough rest. Now, and I hate to do this, but I have to bring up the facts. Because Steve Harvey's talking about rich people. And while Steve may have more money than me, we could line up health. We could line up spirituality. Steve Harvey has had 2 divorces. Now, I'm not attacking the man because I've had no divorces, but I've also had no marriages either. So you see how I could be not the person to say, oh, well, if he got more rest, he wouldn't have. I can't say that. What I can talk about is the fact that he has a heart condition. What I can talk about is the fact that he has high blood pressure. What I can talk about is the fact that he has depression. What I can talk about is how all of these things are factored into the lack of sleep. Your heart is a specific muscle that's not found anywhere else in the body. It can constantly go without stopping, without cramping up. If it cramps up, that's called a heart attack. Okay? Now, that being said, it doesn't mean your heart doesn't need to rest. And you rest your heart by sleeping, by relaxing, by doing things that aren't stressful or overjoyous, by taking it to a calm Zen state, by meditating, by cardiovascular exercise. This is how you take care of your heart, by eating right. You want to talk about something that everybody needs to do? Everybody needs to drink water. Everybody needs to stay away from fatty and greasy foods. But you want to talk about everybody doesn't need 8 hours of sleep. You're wrong. You're wrong for that. You're wrong to create and amplify and push up and support this narrative that it's wrong to rest. And I've talked about this in another video, and I'm gonna talk about it now. If you have kids, you owe yourself rest for your kids. You're going to burn yourself out at this young age. You're going to burn yourself out doing not sleeping 8 hours a day. And then you have a heart attack and you die. Then you have an aneurysm and you're crippled. Then you have a stroke and you lose function in your body. And now your kids don't have Superman anymore. Even worse, you're like, it's so complicated, and I can talk about this for days, and I'm not going to make this video 7 hours long. But guys, girls, people, do not let someone tell you that you're lazy for resting. No, they're ignorant for not resting. They are unsupportive for not looking out for you and ensuring that you're resting. You don't need that type of negativity in your life. You don't need that type of friend or family in your life that is mad at you like, didn't you sleep yesterday? I'm going to sleep every day. Just like I'm going to breathe air every day. Just like I'm going to eat every day. Just like I'm going to do every other function that my body needs. Take care of yourselves. I say it at the end of all my videos, take care of yourself. The first thing I say is, I need you to take care of yourself. And then I say, be kind to one another. At the end of the day, if you're not taking care of yourself, like, I don't want to go on a tangent. I don't want to go on a tangent. I want to stay focused on it, but I'm going to say this real quick. When it comes to friends, people that I want to make family, people that I want to mentor or be mentored by, people who want to be in a romantic relationship with me or a platonic relationship with me, the number one thing that will keep me avoiding you is you not taking care of yourself. It is a huge, huge red flag, because if you do not take care of yourself, that means you do not love yourself. And if you do not love yourself, that means everybody around you is in trouble. It's okay to rest. Let me say that at the end of this video, and be kind. What I say at the end is, be kind to one another. I want to be kind to you. I'm not here to chastise you. I'm not here to say, ha ha, I caught you. I'm not here to post you up against the wall or crucify you. I'm here to say, hey, I don't agree with what you're saying. And the reason why is because I need you to take care of yourself. And to be honest with you, it's for selfish reasons. I want you to take care of yourself so we can have a culture of people that take care of themselves, so that we can have a culture of people that take care of each other. But you can't help me. You can't help your family. You can't help your friends or your job or your community until you decide to help you. Until you make sure that you're the warrior and gladiator, the doctor, the lawyer, that you are the supporter, the motivator. Let me tell you something. I understand that everybody's not going to have the most glorious job out there and the most greatest title and make all the money in the world, but you are needed. You are needed and important. And I'm going to say this because now I am going on a tangent, and then I'll close out this video. The other day I was talking to a guy who was working at the gym, and I said, thank you for everything that you do. He wasn't able to help me. The machine broke. And he's like, yeah. And I said, no, I'm serious, because you are benefiting the community. You work here at the gym, and the gym is a vital place. It's somewhere that you go to get stress relief for your mind and physically get better. And there's so many benefits there, and you're part of that. And he smiled, and I could see that he received it. And I said, thank you. Thank you for your continued effort, everything that you do here, the things that we don't see. When you're cleaning and maintaining and organizing the gym, when you're greeting people and signing them up, and when you do sign me up for the machine and it does work, all these things I appreciate. Take care of yourselves, guys, please. Understand. And this isn't a harsh criticism on Steve Harvey. I've seen so many of his videos that I love. Motivation about, not giving up, and how it takes, to get over the hump, and one day at a time, and how people want it right away, but it doesn't happen right away. But then, there's so much great messages out there, but this one is not one I agree with. It may be something that some people need to hear, where they're resting too much and they are being lazy and they're being wasteful with their time. It may be something that needs to be implemented for a small amount of your time. That's something that you and God need to talk about. But I'm not going to support a narrative where someone gets 8 hours of sleep and all of a sudden they deserve to be broke. I'm not going to support a narrative where somebody prioritizes their rest and now they're lazy. I will not support a narrative where someone should take care of everybody around them except for themselves. You are the number one player. You are the star player. You are the star of this movie. If you're not taking care of yourself, if you are not the best person that you can be, then you're shorting the people that you are responsible for. I need to make sure I'm on top of my game and I'm resting and taking care of myself so that the people that I am responsible for and I give something to, so they can have everything that I can give. All right, guys, I need you to take care of yourselves. Please be kind to one another. Keep me in your prayers. I'll forever keep you in mind. Endure, believe, rise.